Hey Aries, welcome to your weekly forecast for July 29th through August 8th. We're coming into the Lion's Gate. We're going to see how these energies are going to be affecting you guys. Real quick, guys, I'm going to be focusing on this reading: love, career, spirituality, all the usual stuff. But because I'm going to be a little bit late getting the August love videos out, I'm going to pull some love cards at the end here for those of you interested in love, so I don't keep you waiting too long. So there will be a little bit of love mixed in at the end for those of you who want it, who are curious about it. But we're going to jump right in here for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising and see what's coming up for you guys. And let me know, those of you who are into the love readings, would you like me to just weekly check in on love with the forecast, or do you guys want separate love videos every month? Let me know. But we're going to see what's coming up here for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus this week, and especially as we're coming into that 8-8 Lion's Gate. What can Aries expect? What does Aries need to know? You guys are going to have some big decisions to make, and you might have a hard time making those decisions because as I'm trying to shuffle, your cards are getting stuck. Some of you are at some kind of an impasse. That does mean that you're stuck forever. Don't panic. I'm not being negative Nelly here. I'm not being negative Nancy. I'm just letting you know that some of you might be struggling with a decision or feeling kind of conflicted as some choices are being presented to you. But we're going to connect here and we're going to see what messages are coming up for you around that and what you need to know about that, Aries. Your first card here is the Justice card. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra, or if you have a Libra placement, that area of your life might be going through really big changes as we're coming into the Lion's Gate. Okay, this is a major arcana card. Anytime the major arcana cards come up, we're coming into significant change. We're coming into a significant, like a defining moment, a new chapter. And the Justice card is about fairness, balance, order, and decision making, right? I told you here, your cards felt a little bit stuck to me, like you were at a cross and you were at an impasse. So the Justice card can indicate that we're having to try to pick or choose between our heart and our mind. Your mind is telling you one thing, your heart is telling you another thing. But the Justice card is about bringing these two things into balance, right? And finding a way to listen to your heart and to follow your heart, but to do it in a logical, planned kind of way, to have a nice balance. Some of you Aries are feeling frustrated because you're like, every time I listen to my heart, I get burned, I get screwed over, I'm left high and dry. I end up getting my heart broken when I listen to my heart. And then when I listen to my head and I try to be logical, I'm absolutely miserable. I don't feel fulfilled. I'm not having any fun. So you're like, what do I do? What do I do? So a lot of you are mastering the balance, right? To listen to the heart, kind of like the Fool card, right? We might be like, our heart might be pulling us, but we want to look before we leap. And so the Justice card is going to be balancing these two things. Now, I know a lot of you people out there, you see the Justice card, and a lot of you know about the tarot cards, and you know that traditionally Justice card has to do with court cases and like things turning out in your favor in legal situations. Some of you may be finding yourself having to file a case or bring a claim up against someone. But I just want to remind you guys that if you're coming to me for a private reading because you saw the Justice card in your reading, I do not read on legal issues. I'm sorry, but I don't. So I just want to save you time. Anybody who's like, oh my gosh, I want to get a reading on my court case, unfortunately, that's not a service that I provide. I know a lot of other readers do, but I don't do private readings around like court cases or legal issues. But traditionally, the Justice card can indicate that there's something here with a court case, a legal issue that can be decided in your favor. The next card coming up here, my darlings, is the Knight of Cups. And so the Knight of Cups can be the pursuit of the things that bring you joy, a sense of adventure, the quest for beauty, the quest for inspiration. Now, I know a lot of people are used to watching tarot readings for love and romance, and poor Knight of Cups gets a bad rap of being like this Don Juan or this Romeo. And even though this can at times be one of the meanings of the cards. Keep in mind, we're not really fully geared into love and romance here just yet. So outside of love and romance, the Knight of Cups is the pursuit of adventure, of beauty, of things that make the heart smile, right? So the Justice card here is balancing the heart and the mind, right? And the pursuit of what the heart is calling for. There's something about the Knight of Cups, even though the Knight of Cups for me isn't typically a card that I associate with courage. I never have. Intuitively, as I'm looking at this knight, I feel like he's taking this deep breath and he's bracing himself. Like, here I go. Like, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. So a lot of you may be embarking on a new endeavor where you're just kind of taking a deep breath and you're hoping for the best, but you're pursuing things that are more fulfilling to you. Some of you might be feeling pulled towards a more creative or more artistic path, and you might be taking steps in that direction. The next card coming up here, my dears, is the Temperance card, and this is another major arcana card. So major arcana cards are going to come up when we are at a change, when we are at a new chapter, like I said. And the Temperance card has to do with patience, balance, timing. It has to do with it's sometimes like answering a calling, right? A lot of you might be getting really focused here, especially as we're coming into the Lionsgate energy. A lot of you may be getting really focused here on things like life purpose, life mission, ways that you can help other people. Temperance card can be answering a calling or feeling pulled or called in a certain direction or into certain kind of work, right? Temperance card also just wants to remind us to know that we're in the right place, right? To kind of take pressure off of ourselves. A lot of you might be like, oh, I wish I would have done this sooner, or I should have started a long time ago, or I'm really late doing this and I'm really behind. And Spirit is saying, no, all is happening in divine timing. You started when you were ready. You were ready when it was time to do it. So get this out of your head and understand and know that, there's a divine timing at work. There's a divine timing in order. And don't let the negative ego come in and start making you feel like, oh, I waited too long, or, oh, I'm behind, or I should have done this by now, or I should have done that by now. Okay? Know that you are where you're meant to be, and all is happening in divine timing. All is happening in flow. All is happening in just kind of, incorporating a little bit at a time as you're going through these changes. You don't have to take on everything at once. You can just mix in a little at a time, and not push yourself, not rush yourself. Don't be in such a hurry. Your next card here, my darlings, is the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is financial security, right? It's going to be long-term abundance. It's going to be the sense of, for some of you, manifesting and creating some kind of legacy that you're able to leave behind for others, okay? A sense of legacy, a sense of change, a sense of shifts, and shifts into like positive financial changes, foundations, roots. Some of you are maybe like starting to manifest a sense of home. The Ten of Pentacles for me is also a card that I associate with like tradition, holidays together, like entertaining people. So some of you may be manifesting some kind of sense of family, a social circle, a place where you can entertain, a place where you can spend time with others. Also, the Ten of Pentacles is a card that represents manifesting, right? It's like the things that we dreamed about, the things that we thought about, we're beginning to see them take shape into the physical world. We're seeing them materialize in front of our eyes, coming into the physical world. So this Lionsgate time is going to be a really powerful time for a lot of you guys to tap into that energy and to be able to manifest, right? And I feel a lot of you are manifesting stability, security, fairness, balance. Especially Aries, I feel like a lot of you are manifesting a life where everything's not going to be on your shoulders. I just feel that sense or that feeling. Like a lot of you are like, I'm okay with being the leader, right? But I don't want to be like the one that's doing everything all the time. I want fairness, I want balance, I want order. And so I feel like a lot of you are manifesting that as well. Like, don't take advantage. Don't leave everything on me. Like you got to do your work too. I'm feeling that sense and that feeling that a lot of you are setting that kind of boundary with others. Now, we're going to pull some cards here around love and romance and see what messages are coming up here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus around love and romance. And again, I'm going to do love readings for August when I get back. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and see here, so that you guys aren't waiting too long, what's coming up this week and maybe what might be a theme as we're coming into August regarding love and romance for Aries. All right. So we have... Holy moly, I'm getting chills here. You guys saw me shuffle, and this is a different deck. The same thing happened for Leo. They had a repeating card. You guys had Knight of Cups, and now Knight of Cups is coming up again from a different deck. Knight of Cups is really being emphasized for you guys here in love and romance. And maybe some of you need to take love a little less seriously right now. And when I say that, I don't mean to be a player. I don't mean like to go out there and to be jumping from bed to bed. I don't, unless that's what you want to do. I mean, it's your, I can't tell you how to live your life. But when I say take life less seriously, that's not what I mean. Not like I love. I mean like just be in the moment, right? A sense of romance, like a sense of beauty, a sense of adventure. Allow yourself to experience the moment. Some of you might be manifesting Knight of Cups kind of energy and the sense of somebody who's coming in and putting you on a pedestal. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so handsome. Oh, baby, there's nobody like you. Oh my gosh, like all this like loving, lovey-dovey, just kind of romancing kind of energy. The Knight of Cups can be very romantic, very praising, very putting you up on a pedestal, right? And maybe some of you are tired of being the workhorse all the time, and so you're manifesting this more romantic energy, okay? The next card here is the Eight of Wands, and this is passion. Passion, passion, passion. The Knights can be messengers, and then the Eight of Wands does have the element here in terms of communication. So some of you may be having somebody confessing their love or attraction to you. I feel for some of you, you're feeling kind of taken aback by it, like you're surprised, like you're like, I had no clue this person felt this way. Meanwhile, this person is going out of their mind for you, like they want you so bad, and they're getting to this point where like they can't hold back anymore. Like they just need to know, do I have a chance or not, right? Will you give me a chance or not? And they need to know. So there's a sense here that I feel, Aries, of like somebody wanting to sweep you off your feet. I do feel some of you, this is going to be challenging, because for some of you, I feel there's this element where you might have been venting about a relationship where you're unhappy, and somebody's been listening to it or seeing it, and it's been driving them crazy. Because like they're attracted to you, they want to be with you, they can't stand the person that you're with, and they're like, just forget them and be with me. And some of you are like, wow, this is really sudden. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I feel for some of you there might be an element like this. The next card coming up here is the Eight of Swords. You're feeling stuck and you're feeling trapped. You don't know what to do. You're feeling stuck and you're feeling trapped. We need to be cautious when we're in the Eight of Swords energy. Okay? Because worst case scenario, we're going to attract an opportunist who's taking advantage of our fear and vulnerability. Best case scenario, we might be attracting somebody who's just as lost as we are, right? And so they might not be able to show us the way out. Overall, the Eight of Swords is saying that it's time to look at the situation and take steps and move forward. For me, when I see the Eight of Swords, the worst thing that you can do is to stay where you're at, right? It's time to look at things, to make changes, to move forward, right? So no more complacency, no more sitting there with the blindfold on. If you're going to stay in a relationship, it's time to look at what you can do to improve it, to make it work, to keep it going, right? And if you're gonna leave, it's time that you get out there and not, wait for somebody to come in and to rescue you. Even those of you where this person is coming in and they're like, oh my gosh, I cannot stand the person that you're with. I would treat you so amazing. Be with me, choose me. This person may mean well, but they're not going to have all the answers. Maybe they're not an opportunist. Maybe they don't have bad intentions towards you, but they're not going to be able to fix your life, and they're not going to be able to give you the solutions that you need. They may bring in passion, romance, things that kind of comfort us and make us feel good, but they're not going to be able to steer the ship in our life, right? So these are two things that are coming together for a lot of Aries in the coming week, or as we're coming into the Lion's Gate, is you are manifesting romance, and for some of you, a relationship here, but it's not the answer to the changes you're feeling you need to make in your life. That's like a separate issue. They're not gonna come in. It's not like two birds with one stone here. I hope you get what I mean by that. You might want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos if you haven't already. Some weeks that might resonate with you more than your sun sign, or it might add in a little extra information. Let me know, do you guys like having love in the weekly forecasts, or do you like to have a separate love reading every month? If you would like a private reading with me, you can schedule it at calendly.com/amethystangelite. Somebody's going around emailing people pretending to be me, asking for money for like an emergency reading, something I just gotta let you know or tell you now. I don't do that, guys. I'm behind on posting videos. I don't have time to email people and try to shake money out of them. I don't do that. I never have. I never will. But if you would like a private reading with me, the only way to get that done, calendly.com/amethystangelite. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm wishing you all a wonderful week ahead, my dears. Take care. Bye, Aries.